Morning, everybody. Jeff from Rust Bucket Valley Garage. I want to take and give you a little tour of our latest acquisition. We got a deal on this one that was just too good to pass up. So this is a 95 Jeep Wrangler. Really, really good shape. No body damage on it. Except this little dent right here, and if we wanted to take and pull that out, that's about 5 minutes of work. No paint, no filler required. But when we get a new vehicle to take and join our fleet, so we'll have this YJ, and then we have a JK, which is a 4-door. So yeah, that'll be pretty good. So we can kind of take our choice when we want to take and go out and find some dirt. Anyway, the first thing we do when we get a new vehicle is to take and completely go over it from front to back. So first thing that was very obvious was that it needs a new canvas top, and we have that on order. It's going to be here tomorrow. One thing that was really neat here is on the YJs, they all have half doors on them, so the top is always some kind of canvas, and usually they have, in this area right here, like a vinyl window, and this actually has like a regular aluminum frame window, and these kind of open and close, so I think we're going to take and go ahead and keep this. We're going to reseat this because there's a weather strip here that's supposed to go under this track, and it is not in its proper place. So we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be putting a new top on it. All the wheels and tires and everything are in really good shape. It had a spare tire cover on it that was shot, so we just went ahead and discarded that. We may or may not get another one. Okay. Yeah, the body is in really good shape. We've already done an oil change on it, and the reason we have the front wheels off of it already is we want to take and check the brakes, make sure the brakes are good. We also want to take and remove the old shocks, because let me show you what that looks like. This was one of the old shocks that was in there. It's all rusty and everything. Even if it functions, we want to go ahead and replace those. So we decided to take and put new shocks on the front and back, and those will be in on Saturday. So let's continue on with the inspection. One thing that we did notice is with the front suspension, this right here, this link for the sway bar is a wrong one for this side. There are two right hand links in here. Okay, there should be a right hand and a left hand. Okay, the reason you know that this is a wrong one is because they all have curves in them. Okay, and you can see this one right here. If you take a look at the front edge of this, you'll see it's touching the tie rod, and there should be no interference between the suspension parts and everything. All right, so we have to take and correct that. We got to go find another link someplace. So everything else on the front end seems to be in pretty good shape. However, when we take and looked at the back end, we were underneath here. We were looking to take the shocks out, and let me show you what we found there. So anyway, under the back of the vehicle, you'll see that this crosslink is here, and we just lifted it up and pulled it out. The two bolts that are supposed to be holding this in were MIA. Okay, so I don't know what happened to them. They don't seem to be broken or anything. It just looks like they were unbolted, and the thing was riding on the bracket right here. We're going to have to take and remove this bracket and weld those holes up and re-drill them. Okay, and I'm going to have to check the specifications. I don't know whether that top bracket should be on there or not. I don't believe so, so that'll probably be coming off. But we need to take the two back shocks out of here. And this bolt here is in wrong. It ought to be in the other side. So yeah, somebody's done a little bit of work on this, and we need to take and straighten things out. But there's just a little bit of stuff here and there. There was one last thing that we found. Of course, one of the things that we take and look at, we check all the lighting. Okay, and this marker light right here was inoperative, and we went ahead and we thought it was a bulb, so we put a new bulb in here. But before we did that, we kind of looked at the socket that the thing was in, and all the terminals were really green. We tried to take and clean it, and one of the terminals actually took and fell out. So we have another one of those on order, a pigtail that you can get, and that'll be here this afternoon, so we'll be able to take and get the electrical buttoned up. This also has underneath the dash, let me show you that. Okay, underneath the dash there is this. It's some kind of alarm system or something, so we're going to be stripping that out. We stripped part of it out yesterday. There's still a conglomeration of wires under here, so want to get rid of all that. One of the things that when you get an older vehicle that usually takes a hit is the upholstery. So the passenger seat is in perfect shape, and the back seat is in perfect shape, but the driver's seat, not so much. So if you recognize this part, this is the bottom part of the driver's seat, and you see there's a big hole in here. So we're going to go ahead and repair the foam, and then we're going to take and finish stripping this cover off. And it's very difficult to take and find just like one piece for an upholstery job, like if you want the bottom of a driver's seat. So we're going to go around to the various upholstery shops that are in the area here, and we're going to see if we can take and make them take and give us a new bottom for this. We can get a whole new chair for about $190, and then you know, so it's like, if it's like $50 to $80, it might be a good deal. They can go ahead and do that. They can save us a little bit of money. They can change that out, and it'll be a comfortable new seat. But repairing the foam on here is not that big a deal. What you can do is, you notice that there's kind of a real low area right here. What you can do is take upholstery adhesive and go ahead and spray this area and cut a piece of foam that will take and fit in here. And then with a real sharp knife, we have one knife in the shop that all we use for foam, and then we'll go ahead and modify that so it's it feels the same as the rest of the foam, and there aren't any edges, so we'll take and blend everything in. So if it was on the side, it would be a little bit more difficult. In the center here, yeah, really easy. So probably the last thing we'll take and do on this is a tune-up. We'll take and replace the plug wires and the spark plugs, make everything brand new, and then we'll take it out and run it around, see if there's anything else that's going on. We'll probably be later on today pulling off the rear wheels so we can take and check the rear brakes. Front brakes are in real good shape, so it looks like they've been maintained pretty well. But just wanted to take and give you an idea of what we do. We finished the C3500, if you watched the last video that I posted up, and the customer came and picked that up, and we obtained this fine specimen here, 95G. And so we're going to be working on this. We can take our time on it and just enjoy working on this with no schedule. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Just letting you know what we're up to. Take care. We appreciate you all. Thanks for stopping by.